Thank you for joining me on this project. I have this little chair which has a few problems with it. One of the springs is broken. The chair legs at the front are at a slight angle. That needs to be mended. Until I've got under there, I don't know what the problem is. But apart from that, it's quite simple. There is no chair seat because it's all incorporated here. So let's get on with it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this with this old piece of fabric for the first piece going straight on top of the spring. So I'm going to stick it in here to just this side of this spring. I'm going to pull it this way as well. Just pulling it slightly to make it taut, but not too much. I'm going to cut that like that so it can go out to that side. A staple in the side here, and then a staple on the top here. Pull it forward to this corner like that. Put a couple more along here. Fold that down and secure it. Pull this to the front and secure it. Cut that back, I don't really want too much there. Cut this back a couple of inches to the other side, and again I'm just going to fold that over and secure that to the top of this frame. Along the back here I'm just going to cut into the center of where the leg is, a V either side like that, so that can be pushed through there and that can be pushed through there. I will pull that out a little bit more because I think that needs to go further back, but I'll do that as and when I get there and pull this into shape. This is already a little bit squiffy, so I'll probably pull this out and straighten it up in a minute, but all of it has to be flat and pulled tight on top of those springs. So it will take a bit of adjusting, but apart from that it should go in quite nicely. Along the back here I'm just going to pull that as tight as I can to the back and secure it to one side and then the other. On this side it comes in quite nicely, so I'm just going to secure here down. This is the second side on the back. And then working from the back to the front, pull that in quite tight. Across where the strings are and into place. A longer piece would have been better. I'll do the other side of the seat to match. I'm going to just draw loosely around, a bit bigger than what I need on both sides. See, I'm going to just take it a little bit closer to the real size. Now all I'm going to do is cut. It's a 2-inch foam, so it's going to be quite easy to cut with a pair of scissors. This is going to be tucking down into the sides of the chair, so I really don't mind if it's not quite exact. So what I've done is I put another layer of thick fabric over the top of the springs and pulled it in really tight. This was the cotton wadding that was over the original foam, and it's a little bit torn, so what I did was I evened it out by pulling extra off here and here and popped it where it needs to be. I've cut it so it's level with the side of the chair there. It won't matter if it comes down slightly. I've cut the foam to fit. I'm hoping this isn't too domed. I think once everything's in it'll be okay. Now I do have a bit of a problem, and that is the fabric going on top is white. If I put that down, you can see the yellow from the foam. It's new, but I've had it a little while. It's already started to go yellow. So if I do that and then put that on, the fabric going on will have a crisp white base to go on top of. Basically, I'll do the same as I did for the fabric underneath. I'm going to cut it and push it through. I'm not necessarily going to bring it down just yet. I do have my centre mark there for where the fabric is, but I'll just bring this down where it needs to go to start off with, so I've got somewhere to pull it to the back. and then I'll work out the fabric on top. I did a centre mark at the back, which is there, and pulled it quite hard from the front to the back to stabilise it. I'm going to work my way across here so that I can cut in just as I did for the under fabric, so this would all pull in and be secured. The lining and underlining is in there so that the white fabric looks crisp and white. I'm going to line the stripe up. There's a weird stripe here because it's white and tan. So I'm going to line up the tan edge there. The depth from the bottom here to the top of the piping is the depth of my back tacking. Staple here. Make sure that that's in line on this side and into place. And then 2 in the middle, just hold it. The back tacking I'm putting all the way to the top, pushing up against the piping. I'm going to secure that in a few places. Now the dacron, make sure it's high enough up so when you pull this down it looks a bit smoother, and secure that. Now with this I'm going to go all the way along because I want it held into place quite nicely. I'm just going to bring that down and secure it underneath nice and evenly from the centre. Nice and firm as you can make it. Thank you for joining me on this project. I will say this project actually kicked my butt. Not just downhill, around the corner and back up again. It was quite an involved project, to say the least. I decided not to put extra trim around the legs. I thought it was too much. I've tried lining everything up as best I could. I do feel that this is slightly crooked, but that just might be me and the way the flowers come down on that side and the way they are on this side. I'm sure it all evens out because if I look here, there's those ones are here, so I'm sure it's fine. It's just me being a bit pedantic. I ended up changing the buttons for larger ones so that they made a little bit more of a pop. I only put double piping on a couple of areas. I feel less is more, so I've put less on it and I think it's turned out really, really gorgeous. I hope my friend's going to like it. If you'd like to see more from me, please subscribe, hit the bell button. A few thumbs up would be brilliant. And in the meantime, take care. See you later.